Welcome back again to a new video. Today I'm going to talk about New Age doctrines, occults, the cults, and actually it says New Age philosophy or doctrines, evil stuff. That's the reason that I put this shirt, because you see those dragons and the snakes and my shirt. Well, because I'm going to talk about evil today, devilish stuff. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can see all my videos. Okay, there are a variety of videos and I talk about different topics. Uh, anyway, today we're going to talk about New Age philosophy or New Age doctrines. You can see, when you go to the bookstores, you can see a whole section of metaphysic books in metaphysics. Uh, they brought these words like Christ consciousness, astral projection, out-of-the-body experiences, um, too many ways to God, etc., etc., etc. There is not too many ways to God. It's only one way to God. Jesus says very clear. It says, I am the way, the truth, and the light. Nobody come to the Father but by me. If he says, I am the way, the truth, and the light, that means it is no other way or other life or other truth. So there is no way around. You had to come through Christ. Not through the Virgin Mary, not through Muhammad, not through Buddha, not through anybody else, but through Christ is the only way to God. Jesus. That's why he did this atonement, a terrible atonement for sin, that we can reach God through him. Anyway, I'm going to talk about Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, Theosophy, I don't know if I pronounce it right, Scientology. All of these are a bunch of cults attracted by some celebrities, singers, and movie stars. They depart from Christianity and they embrace this kind of absurd doctrines. I'm going to expose it through the Word of God, how evil those obscure, mystic, esoterical teachings are. But let me check the Word of God first, because what straight us is the Word of God all the time. We have to say so. The First Timothy 4:1, and read it. Now the Spirit speak expressly that in the later times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. There is no more or less than doctrines of devils. This is not what we supposed to embrace or know. And there's some, let me check another part of the Bible. On 2 Timothy 4:2, preach the word. Look at what Apostle Paul says to Timothy. It says, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrines. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned into fables. That's what fables. That's what was this metaphysic books are. Fables, absurds. And the last one is going to be, let me see, 2 Timothy, 2 Corinthians 11:13. 11:13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostle of Christ. And no marvel, For Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it's no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the minister of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. That's the word of God, and we have to respect what God says. And we're going to believe what God says. So this new philosophy about New Agers, you can see that not too many churches or pastors talk about this, but I'm going to expose the best way I can do, because we don't supposed to believe this kind of philosophy. New Agers, that's what we call them, the New Agers, but it's nothing more than contemporary witchcraft, contemporary evil stuff. They reject salvation through Christ. They reject his divinity and the existence of evil. They believe truth is no absolute or objective revelation. So this is common. If you see a New Ager, this is the way he's going to talk. You know, is your true? Is my true? No, truth is absolute. Somebody is right and somebody is wrong. It gotta be that way. New Agers believe God is universal. It's in the whole cosmos. It is a form of pantheism. God exists in all creation, in all matter, in any living thing, the plants, the animals, and we part of God, or we are one with God. That's what the New Ager says. You know, we are part of God. We are God ourselves. It's not true. We are sinful people saved by grace and nothing else. We are corrupt. Thanks God for Jesus to come over to Calvary and make that atonement for sins, that we can be saved. And this is the only way can be saved. Through Christ, trust yourself in him and nobody else. You know, I live in Arizona, very close to Sedona. Sedona is a hot place for New Agers. They come from different parts of the world, you know, to go to Sedona. They go there to embrace the cosmic energy. I had been in Sedona and see the red mountains, beautiful mountains, and the sunset. They look beautiful, nice, but mysterious and spooky. You go to Sedona, just wait until the sunset and you will see what I'm talking about. But it's a beautiful place. But it's famous among the New Agers. They come over to embrace the cosmic energy. What cosmic energy? It's devils. That's what it is. But anyway, these New Agers believe in reincarnation. Look at what I say. Reincarnation, no incarnation. Christ incarnate. God himself incarnate in the person of Jesus Christ. This is reincarnation. What is reincarnation? Reincarnation is that you live different lives. And you past life, you have so many lives. And now it's a new life that you live in right now. It's very evil because it's avoiding a final judgment. Because you're reincarnating. And the process, you are where you karma. I'm going to talk about what is karma. Reincarnation is that you exist before, and if you want to know why are the way you are, then you have to pray to the high selves. Since you are God, you pray to yourself, to the higher self. And then that's what we call in regression. Sometimes I use regression just to identify problems that people have. mainly is mental problems that they have, and sometimes we have in a Christian life we have to do a regression in the person, that we can identify what problems they have when they are little kids or teenagers or whatever, to see what is the problem that they have. But in this case, it's different. It's a they the therapists go to a regression to the people to explain why the people are the way they are. Um, Through meditation and yoga, they release the spirit and empty the body that they call out of the body experience. It's a very dangerous thing to do that. Out of the body spirits, when the spirit leave the body, then devils can embrace, they possess the body. Uh, some of the therapists, they call them past life therapists, give answer to the questions of a person that have problems. Like, for example, if you are a gay man, it's because in your previous life you were a woman. Or you was a woman. If you are gay now, then you was a woman before in the previous life. And if you are lesbian, it's because in your previous life you was a man. So that's the things that they have. Mm. So I'm going to talk about karmatic law. The law of karma is similar to what is in the Bible about sowing and reaping. You sow abundance, then you're going to reap abundance. And that's the thing about karma law. If you are unsatisfied for who you are or your accomplishment, you work your karma. You are, by being good to others, so your next life, you will be a king or a prince, born into a royal family. But if you are bad, then in your next life, you can be an animal or a monkey or a pig or an insect. You never know. If you've been in India, I've never been in India, but I see the videos. In the streets of Bombay, who they call them Mumbai, you will see cows in the streets because they believe that they are little gods. So the teaching of karma justify the infamous develop of caste system. In India, there exists the caste system or social class, which we don't have here in America. In India, there are five castes levels, and the top is the Brahmins, if I pronounce it right, as the head, the priest. The Kshatriyas as the arms, the Vaishyas as the stomach or legs, and the Sundras as the feet, and the untouchable as the ground. This social hierarchy exists for at least 3,000 years in India, and it passed down through families and dictate the profession or a person can work and whom or he or she can marry. So this caste system was first outlined in the Hindu text, the laws of Manu, which was written around 250 BC. This system exists also in Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Bhutan. And so all of this is still, some countries have these things. India has two major religions, Hinduism and Buddhism. You remember Buddha, it was invented by Siddhartha Gautama, which was Buddha. He was a good man, but it was before Christ. Probably if he knew about Christ, he will be a great Christian. And that brought the reincarnation by meditation and see how things in the world and how the river run and things like that. It brought the reincarnation. The Buddhism believe in reincarnation but reject the caste system. It is built in the belief that all men are created equal. India worship so many gods, but the main gods are Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the preserver, and Shiva is the destroyer. I am prepared with God's will to go to India next year. So I hope this will come to pass because I'm excited about that. There is missionary friends that are there for a long time in India and Nepal, and they are, preaching the gospel, which that's what India needs. That's a dirty, poverty India, but it's because of the system, the mentality that people has. And so when we preach the gospel, it brings freedom, liberation, all of these things. The gospel is the light. Jesus said, I am the light. And we have to obey what he says in his word. Once they start reading the Bible, the word of God, people change, but it changed for good. It changed for a better life. So there you have it. This is what New Age. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce some words right because they are kind of confusing, but it's esoterical, Gnostic teaching, obscure teaching about the New Agers. And so I used to work in a place where I met one lady who was a New Ager, and you should see the way she was believing. The angels are around her, and she can see when she was driving the car how the angel came over and sit down because he see the seat go down, but it's nothing but devils. It's Satan himself. There are so many devils. The Bible describes is the prince of the power of the earth. It's everywhere. God is omnipresent. The devil is so many devils. The devil is not omnipresent. Only God is. God can be anywhere and any time. No space, no time. The devil is not. It's a bunch of devils. You remember, then God threw the devil and the evil angels to earth. And so, but this is New Agers. So be careful if you confront anything like that or you see this. You can see these books in the bookstore because they have they dedicate a whole session, and a lot of people are enticing by this kind of books. One celebrity, I don't want to say the name, but he says there is too many too many paths to God or too many ways to God. No, it's not. It's only one way. It's Jesus. Without Jesus, there is no salvation. You have to trust in Him. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can see all the videos that I'm doing. God bless you.